What's up, guys? Ruben here, and today I want to go over a huge epidemic, a huge problem and disease that's been spreading and is getting worse every single year. Some of your parents may have this, some of your grandparents may have this, heck, even some of you may have this. And the sad part about it is that children are even getting this more and more every single year. Okay, guys, and the disease is diabetes. Okay, so what is diabetes? Diabetes is a pancreatic problem with the hormone insulin. And we got two types of diabetes. You got type 1 diabetes, which is usually found at childhood, and it's something that's passed through genes. Type 1 diabetes is insulin dependent diabetes. So that means the body does not produce insulin. So you have to inject this yourself or have somebody else inject it in you. Whenever your blood sugar gets high, you inject the insulin, and it lowers the blood sugar and stores it into your liver and into your muscles, because your body can't do it itself, so you have to inject it. And then we got type 2 diabetes. Now, type 2 diabetes is a little different than type 1 diabetes, because with type 2 diabetes, the body does produce insulin, but it's insulin resistant. So when the pancreas releases the hormone insulin, travels through the blood, and when it gets to the binding site or the receptor site, the site is unable to read the insulin, and so insulin is not able to do its job. Insulin is not able to lower the blood sugar to store it into the liver and into the muscles. With type 2 diabetes, it's something that happens mid-age to later on in life, and it's caused through a lifestyle and bad nutrition. But the bad thing about it is, as I mentioned earlier, the younger generation is getting it earlier and earlier, because we're only getting more processed foods, more sugary foods, more bad stuff like that. That is not helping the health issue that's going on with us today. Before I go into showing you how to control your diabetes or your blood sugar, and or how to even possibly reverse it, I want to tell you guys a little bit about the pancreas and how the hormones it secretes work. So your pancreas is an endocrine gland that secretes hormones. The hormones it secretes are insulin and glucagon. The pancreas' main job, for the most part, is to maintain a steady blood sugar. So whenever you eat foods, mainly carbs, since carbs have the biggest effect on your insulin, if you eat a lot of carbs or simple sugars, it'll make your blood sugar rise. Whenever your blood sugar rises, the pancreas sends the hormone insulin so that it can come and reduce the sugar in the blood and store it into your liver and into your muscles. Now, between periods of eating, say you haven't ate for 4 or 5 hours, your blood sugar starts getting low because your body starts using it as energy. So then glucagon does the opposite effect. Glucagon is released by the pancreas to raise that blood sugar. After all, that's what the body wants. It wants to remain blood sugar at a normal rate. It doesn't want it too high, it doesn't want it too low. It wants to remain at homeostasis. And so the pancreas's job through releasing these hormones is lowering blood sugar with insulin and upping it with glucagon when it needs to, so it can maintain regular state. Okay, guys, maintain normal blood sugar. Now, the complications of the problems that come with people that don't treat their diabetes, or people that don't watch what they eat, is a lot of things, man. A lot of things can go bad with these people if they don't watch what they're eating. You got blindness that can occur, you got cardiovascular disease, you got kidney failure, damage to the nerves, and you got much more things that can happen. So if you already have diabetes, or if you're having pre-diabetic symptoms, then this is a video that you need to watch, because I'm about to tell you guys a couple things that you can do to help this problem. Okay, so now I want to tell you guys how can you fix diabetes, or at least control it, and maybe even reverse it. Alright, so the food that has the biggest impact on your blood sugar are carbohydrates. There are two different kinds of carbohydrates. You got simple sugars, such as your candy and your Pop-Tarts and your sweet stuff like that. Things that are easily digested by the gut and moved into the bloodstream. So simple sugars are easily broken down, so that means you get a spike of energy. And when you get that spike of energy, of that sugar, it comes, boom. What does that do? It raises your blood sugar. And for somebody that's diabetic, you don't want to be doing that. You don't want to be raising your blood sugar, because you already have a problem with that to begin with. So, for the most part, diabetics want to stay away from simple sugars for the most part. And then you got your second type of carbohydrates, which are your complex carbohydrates, your starches, and your more fibrous carbohydrates. The fiber slows down digestion to give you a more steady flow of energy, so it doesn't hit you right away. It doesn't rise your blood sugar. It gives you a nice steady flow of energy. An example of complex carbohydrates are, you know, your beans, legumes, veggies, and your whole foods, stuff like that. Okay, guys. And so, as I just told you guys, the eating is going to help control that blood sugar. But now you can do something on the other side. Now you can start doing training. If you're eating good, you're eating a well-balanced diet of protein, veggies, some fruits, and your complex carbohydrates, and combining it with exercise, then you're going to see the best results, because there's a study in Oxford University of 10 people that had type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance. And when these people started training, insulin started working better by 56%. That's huge, guys. That's huge. So the more they started training, the less insulin resistant that they were. And so if you combine training with healthy eating, over time you're going to reverse that diabetes if you got type 2 diabetes. Unfortunately for type 1, it's something you're born with and you can't really get rid of it. As far as I know, there's really no cure to it. But type 2, the same way you got it, eating bad and inactivity, is really the same way you're going to reverse it, by doing the opposite, eating better and being active. I don't care if you run, jog, ride bikes, jump rope, hit the bag, lift weights, it doesn't matter. Just make sure over time you're pushing yourself more and more while monitoring your blood sugar. Okay, guys, so I hope you guys got something out of this video. I'm not a doctor, guys, but I do like to spread the knowledge, and I like to spread the health, any health knowledge that I got for you guys, okay? Take it as you like, and keep bringing those questions, because I'm going to keep having answers, okay? I'm going to keep having answers, okay, guys? Again, thank you very much, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I'm going to be uploading more videos. Thank you, guys.